And good evening, folks. Oh, that's weird. My hotkey didn't work. But, yeah, good time to get back in OMSI. And I forgot my setup, so okay. Alright, so I think that's the right capture. Alright, let's fire up OMSI, give that a shot.
Kojo, welcome back, Sir Kojo62 Toot. Kojo62 Toot.
Hey, thank you, Hypo. Thank you for the resub. Good evening. How you doing, Hypo? Hypo's sub for 5 months. Thank you, Hypo. Really appreciate the resub, man. I'm doing okay, Hypo. Welcome back, you said? Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, kind of had most of my streaming weekend wiped out last weekend. Saturday and Sunday, I wasn't able to stream at all. All right, so like I said, yeah, we're going to do some OMSI. So I had bought some new content a few weeks ago, it turns out. There was a new, let me see if we can take a look at it. It was a new DLC that includes some new buses. This one, a Polygon Light Pack. And I haven't had a chance to actually look at it yet. Where is that? Vic says AFK for 20. Okay, Vic. But the reason I bought that is because it includes a new UK bus, or at least a right-hand drive bus. And the last few times I've been driving OMSI, we've been spending a lot of time driving on UK maps. It is this one, I think. No, that's the MMC pack. Let's see. This one. So I think this has both left and right-hand drive buses in it, so I want to give that a try tonight. Hypo, how's your week going? And are you streaming tomorrow? Or even tonight? So how do I wonder how I find this in the game. I'm not even sure how to look this up in the game. Hey, Scott. Mr. J, my best assistant manager. Assistant manager your ass. I'm your partner, dude. Hypo says my week has been going pretty well on stream tomorrow. Good. Yeah, no peeing on the floor, Scott. Yeah, I still couldn't figure out how to do that port thing either. Matter of fact, I was looking at it a little bit before we started streaming, and still can't see quite how to get my port open properly. So I'll have to work on it some more tomorrow. All right, so yeah, here's the right-hand drive buses. And then it looks like there's left-hand drive buses. So it looks like there's variants for both types of maps. Scott, have you tried this bus, the Studio Polygon Light Pack? I bought this on sale a couple weeks ago, but I haven't tried it yet. Because I wanted some more right-hand drive buses for UK maps. Let's give it a try, though. I haven't done it. Hey, Guy. Good to see you, Guy. How you doing? Also, I did install buses of the West Country. Also, I haven't actually driven too much of it. I have to give it a try. So yeah, we're probably going to do some UK stuff tonight, but I think I'm going to try some of the other stuff. Actually, you know what? To test that new bus, I think I'm going to load it up on Cotterell. Cotterell's a nice small map. Didn't realize they had both versions. Yeah, because I've been looking for more right-hand drive buses to use for the UK maps, and that was one of the ones I saw. But yeah, it has both versions. It looks like it has both versions anyway, so we'll give it a try and see. All right, let me see. Make it easy. But I'm not going to load it up in the bus company yet because I don't know how to find it in the bus list. So I kind of need the bus preview to know which ones they are. Which is, I wish, is one of the things I wish they had in the bus company DLC. I wish you could have a preview for your bus. Scott says, I wish, or I got rid of all my freeware. Oh, really? Okay. You do a new install? So you have no new UK maps anymore. Gotcha. Yeah, but you're old pro, Scott. You know how to reinstall that stuff. It's not hard. But yeah, I think, who was it? It was Colorwide turned me on to this map, Cotterell. And it's a real small map, but I kind of like it because it's almost like Grundorf to me. It's a real small map, good for quick testing. Here it is. It's easy. DLC Studio Polygon. There it is. Let's take a look at it. Scott says, I was avoiding the UK buses, didn't realize they had both sides. That's cool. Yeah. Oh. Wait a minute. Did I mess that up? No, it's okay. Never mind. I see. It's all right. There we go. It took forever to load. Wow. Look how many there are. Oh, I see. They're marking them left-hand drive and then... I don't know what DD is. What is DD? Do you see right-hand drive option? It looks like by default they're right-hand drive, but I see some of them... I don't know if you can see it on stream, but they're marked LHD for left-hand drive. I assume. DD might be, what, double doors? Because also a lot of the UK buses don't have back exit doors. It seems like this one. This has two sets of doors. It seems like most of the UK buses that, at least the ones I've had up to now, only have a front door. So everybody gets off the front door and then everybody has to wait until they get off before they board. So I was kind of looking for some buses that had, back doors. I heard they were out there, like this one. But yeah, you can see the two after this say LHD. But I'm guessing they won't work on this map. Although I would be curious to see what the passengers do if you pull up in a bus and the door is on the other side. Like, will they Will they walk around to the other door, or will they just not get on your bus? I wonder how that works. All right. So it's a lot of buses in here to choose from. But let me pick a little shorty bus, because this is a very small map. It's not going to be a lot of passengers, but I just want to test it. And yeah, that's a really short bus. 9.6 meters. That doesn't have a back door either. Actually, I changed my mind. I think I am going to use a double door bus because I want to see how it works in the game. How they use the back door. Now the double doors are all the same length. They're 11.5 meters. All right, we'll just go with that. Let's try that out. Depot is Cotterell. See if it'll render my vanity plate. And we'll start it here. Uh-oh, I'm in somebody's way. I guess I better move, huh? All right, let's try that. Ticketer. Oh, wait, I have to start this one with a code or something, don't I? Oh, great. I wonder what the code is. Yeah. Let me look it up. Let's see. Do I have a manual for this one? You know what? I don't think I downloaded the manual for this. Let me see if I can grab it. Let me see. Do I have a post-it anywhere? Hey, Miss Lovely Hannah. Thank you for the bits. Hey, Ole. How you doing, Ole? And WD Person, thank you for the follow. And click OK. That's weird. Yeah, I haven't played OMSI in over 2 months, so figured it was time to jump back into it. Except I got this new bus, and there's a code, and I can't figure out how to put the driver's code in. According to the manual, it's simple. It should just be 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's not taking it for some reason. You know what? Let's drop another bus in here. Maybe there's something else that I need to do. What you been playing on OMSI, Ole? Hey, that's weird. Why didn't he give me the college? Ole says easy way would check their const file inside the script bus folder. And you've been doing Lemental v3 updated with the bus Solaris Electric. Oh, okay. Hypo says going to eat. Okay, Hypo. Alright. That's a different livery. That looks pretty cool.
Audio working. January 10th, 2020.
Alright, so does not take that code. So let's see about that folder. What's the pins for the ticket machines? Ticket driver ID 1708. That's what the manual says. The manual for this DLC? Because I'm looking at it, unless I'm looking at the wrong... I might have the wrong manual. Let me see which one I have. Oh, maybe I downloaded the wrong manual. Because I'm looking at this one. That's the wrong one. All right. Let me try that one. Yeah, I think I probably downloaded the wrong manual. Is probably what I did. Most manuals under add-ons folder. Right. So 417. Thanks, Ole. Yeah, I didn't see one on the Steam page, but yeah, I didn't look for it in the folders either. Actually, I don't see it in the add-ons folder. I gave you the codes an hour ago. You did not stop. Here it is. Studio Polygon. I got it. All right. Let's see if we can start it. Now what's it telling me? No active timetable. Yeah, because I didn't select the route yet. But where's the starter? Three messages before LA, did you? Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Because I'm reading manuals, I'm not seeing everything in chat.
Audio working. January 10th, 2020.
Okay. I guess it's running. It was so quiet I couldn't tell. All right. Not in service, did I not? Set the, I guess not. Alright, what are you beeping about now? Okay, so now what? I already started it. right. Man, this bus is damn quiet. Might be too quiet for my taste. Oh, really?
Good evening, and how are you?
Also, it doesn't use a lot of the standard hotkeys. Alright, so I guess I have to use the dash keys. Where are my interior lights? Welcome back, Hypo. Hey, Athabros. Welcome. Let me see. How goes it? Trying to break in a new bus. And, yeah, it's getting the best of me at the moment. Oh, overhead. There we go. That's kind of a weird way to do it. You can't turn on the other lights until you turn on this master light, which is weird. And I can't use the hotkeys at all. At least it doesn't seem like I can. Let me try it again. Now I can. Yeah, now I can't. So I can only use it if I turn this switch on first. That's just weird. Alright. And now I lost my HUD. Great. Really? All right. So those are the coach and cab switches. What are these then? I thought that was the light switch. It says exterior light switch, but I don't see a difference. Maybe it's these lights. Oh, is it the front lights? It's these lights. Okay. Dumb bus. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice bus, but it's like they changed all the default controls. Hey, Bam Bam. I mean, if you're going to bring in a new bus, I mean, I can see having extra controls, but make the basic controls map to the same keys. I couldn't even start it with hotkeys. I had to use the push buttons.
Audio working. January 10th, 2020.
And it's so quiet, I can't tell if it's running. Now I can hear it. What is it telling me now? Oh, hood is open. I'm doing okay, Bam Bam. How you doing? Alright, so I can only open the door when I fully engage the parking brake. So it doesn't use a station brake. Doing good, Bam Bam? Cool. Oh, then it shuts itself off? Really? Wait, is this a hybrid? the door. I want to close the door. All right, let me restart this from scratch. See if I can figure out the setup now. All right, let's try that again. Thanks, Scott. All right, so load at Cotterell University. Of course, I would have helped myself if I had the right manual to begin with. I was looking at the wrong manual. I must have been looking at the wrong store page in Steam when I downloaded it, thinking it was the same one, but it's not. Whoa. What the heck? Do not move, do not start. What? What the heck is that? Oh, for a minute I thought my airbag popped or something.
Audio working. January 10th, 2020.
Yeah, whatever. I was like, what the heck happened? Did I have a collision when it rendered? I mean, basically the same as the 0530 facelift with more morphi sounds. Oh, okay. E to turn on electrics, E again to turn ignition, and E again to start. M does the opposite. Gotcha. All right, give me my code again. Excuse me. Did it start? I'm not even sure. I think it started. Oh, I see RPMs. Okay, I guess that means the engine's running. It's so quiet. Can't even rev the sucker. All right, let's load up a root. Biomex7, thanks for the follow. Welcome. All right, got it set up. Lights. Okay. All right, so I can control the door with either the push buttons there or on the dashboard. When it starts screaming like that, all I have to do is press the gas pedal once. Kind of like a dead man switch. It's almost like having SIFA. Alright, that looks okay. Brakes are released. Looks like the lights are on. Free newspapers? I guess so. Brexit, take it or leave it. Wow. Current events. All right. Did I forget something? Why can't it move? There we go. It's kind of weird. What map is this? This is Cotterell. Biomech.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
British Manfred. All right. Is my HUD working now? Yes. All right, so that's better. Let's see. Do my other controls work normally? So flashers are working. Turn signals are okay. Can I open the window? I can. HVAC controls. What else I got here? Park and brake here. Or is it Carl? Right. Assault alarm? What, like a panic button if I get attacked, I guess? Or does assault mean something else in the UK? Okay. Alright, so, I mean, it's a nice model. It's just a little bit of work to figure out how to set it up. And, like I said, not used to UK buses having a back door, so that's cool. Let's see if they use it, you know, when they disembark. And it's nice that nobody's standing up. Seems like on a lot of buses, even when it's a lot of seats, they just stand a lot. But Ole, I think you were the one that said that that's a setting in the bus. Like, it says how many standing positions you can have. So maybe this one doesn't have that many. Oops. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's interesting. It moved the clipboard to the middle of the wheel. I'm not used to seeing it do that. Weird. Your agenda? Yeah, my timetable, Hypo. Every bus has one. As soon as you set your route, you get this little timetable, and it shows you exactly, you know, what your schedule is supposed to be. So this is a really small map. It's good for testing right-hand drive buses. Although it says here we start at 8:38. Am I late already? This says 8:36. My clock is off. That's weird. All right, I guess we can get going. Man, this is a really, really quiet bus. And I even have the window open.
Hey, lads, if you have
God, no, the hell's going on? We all driving.
They're complaining already. Not the best sounds, yeah.
Hi.
Go. The angry mob indeed, Hypo. Luckily, it's a really small map so that the crowds don't get too big.
Why is the bus driver so annoyed?
Wow. Rude young lady. Nobody there. I wonder what my stop request indicator looks like. He's not getting on, is he? Be back later. Okay, Scott. Thanks for your help, man. Wait, are you? No, he's just doing. He's just pacing back and forth.
Why is the bus driver driving so dangerous?
What? I didn't do anything.
We were taught that you should always
I
be
think y'all should get off. Jeez. Goodbye. Wow. Like little babies, man. Oh, man. My engine stopped. That's weird. Oh, no, it didn't. It restarted. Okay. So maybe this is a hybrid. Welcome back, Bam Bam. Getting on. Welcome back, Scott. That was fast. Actually, we're going straight. He's getting on.
Jesus, Governor, what the hell's going on with your driving?
Hello.
Hello. Any plans to try the RHD on a German map? You know what? I was thinking about trying that just for science. Because I'm wondering what the passengers will actually do. I had actually been thinking about that for a while, because I was thinking about using a left-hand drive bus on Grundorf just to see, you know, what they would do, but I never got around to it. Hey, Husky! Kojo Jojo. How you doing, Husky? Watched too much Powerpuff Girls. So did I, Husky. Guilty as charged. I used to like the Powerpuff Girls. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Nobody there. Scott says, right, it works. If it works, I will get it at some point. If you can test it, it would be awesome. Yeah, no problem, Scott. I'll check it out. Matter of fact, this is the perfect place to test it, because this is a very small map. So our service will be over in a handful of minutes, and I'll test it right after that.
Someone's in a real hurry.
Hush your mouth, boy. Husky, you streaming tonight? No, sir. Night off. Okay, cool. Or are you taking a holiday weekend off? Because it is a holiday weekend in the United States. For those not in the United States. And luckily I do not have to work this weekend. You stream Tuesday through Thursday. Those are your normal days. Gotcha. Okay. Ole says, I'm going to head off to sleep. Just a quick stop by. Thanks, Ole. I appreciate your help, man. Sleep well. Have a good night. I think we got it rolling now. Just a little unorthodox compared to the other buses.
He's driving like crap. We'll never
Who
get
taught
that
you
at
to
this
drive,
rate.
Lewis Hamilton?
Wow, they are so sensitive. Hey, King. Happy Friday to you too, King. How you doing? Are you crossing, dude, or what? Guess not. So I still don't fully know how the crosswalk signals work in the UK. Have to get some help with that. Anybody getting off? Yeah, stop requested here. Do I have a stop request indicator in my dash? I guess this is my stop request indicator. King says, doing good. Was it me or you didn't stream Saturday and Sunday? No, I didn't, King. I ended up with a household emergency. My hot water heater died on Saturday. And as a result, it flooded my my basement. So not like deep flooding, but I had a lot of water in the basement, and so I had to get that replaced, and I had to, you know, clean the water out of the basement, and you know, I had some water damage to other things that were stored in the basement, and you know, it's kind of a mess. So, you know, plus right now dealing with, you know, coronavirus and trying to get, you know, contractors to actually come and work inside your house and everything is kind of a pain in the butt, because they want, you know, upfront assessments, and you know, they want to know how many people are in the house and how many people are sick and that kind of thing, and then just, you know, just waiting for them to come and get stuff done. So hope everything's good now. Yeah, I got everything replaced over the weekend. I actually took Monday off to finish cleaning up. And good service, actually. We were on time with everything. Alright, so we're done. There we go. Alright, so Scott wanted us to test the same bus but the right-hand drive configuration to see if it worked. Let's give that a shot. All right, so Cotterell. So we're going to try this one. This is a left-hand drive bus, but we're in a UK map. All right, so let's load up at the university. Scott, if you're still hanging out, here we go. We're going to give it a try. All right, so we're back in our UK map, but we have our left-hand drive bus. Let's see if it'll work. All right, so we got our system on the correct side. So I didn't have to log in on this one like the other one. All right, well, that's interesting. Let's see what we got here. So similar controls in that regard. Mother says, I'm waiting on 2 masks because I hate the normal hospital ones. Gotcha. Mundo, you're in Argentina? Is that right? And if so, they have a, what, you have a mask order that you have to use now when you go out? That's correct. Okay. Yeah, same thing here in the state where I live as every other place. Okay. Yeah, I guess these days it's not uncommon around the world, really. Kind of sad too, you know. It's funny. I remember I used to look at pictures in China where they were wearing masks, you know, years ago, even before us, but they were doing it, I think, because of pollution. And now we're all doing it. Fog lights? Oh, rear fog light. Yeah, it's this one right here. Okay. Let's see, did I turn the inside lights on? Looks like it. I did. So these are pretty nice models. Just took a little, I'll be honest, it was a little bit of a learning curve to figure out how to set the bus up. But now that I know how to work it, I don't think it's too bad. My only complaint still is I think it's too quiet. Even the last run I drove with the window open, and it was still too quiet for me. The horn's okay though. Plus, every now and then it keeps doing those stupid alarms. And I didn't know what it was yelling at me for. You know? Matter of fact, there's a thing in the manual that says, if the bus yells at you, don't panic, more or less. It's like, here's the things it could be. I'm like, oh man. The simulator is super realistic. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit different than the other bus sim we play on Mundo, which is Bus Simulator 18. This is more of a hardcore sim, as Daffy's would tell you. But, you know, I like that about it. I like that it's challenging to, you know, really learn all the systems and figure everything out, how things work. I like that part of it, so I don't mind. What is that? Closed circuit monitor? Oh, it is. Look at that. It's recording. Look at that. Fancy. All right. They even have wheelchair ramps. Yeah. All right. Armando, are you the one who told me that you like the crew? Somebody told me within the last couple of weeks they said the crew is their favorite driving game. Was that you? The crew. That was you. Okay, I thought so. Do you, and I forgot what you told me, do you play that on PC or console? You do play that on PC, okay. Not a console man, gotcha. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. Perdóname. Except the NES, gotcha. All right, let's grab a job and see if it will actually work. So what time is it? It's 8:09 in game. We got an 8:15 service and an 8:20 service. All right, let's take this 8:15 service. We'll push the clock up. Set the destination board. All right, everything looks correct. All right, let's go. So the question is, what will the passengers do when the door is on the opposite side of the bus? Will they actually try to get on, or what will they do? Oh, they do. They walk around to the other side. Look at that. They cheat though. They phase through the bus like ghosts. But they do get on the bus. How about that? Hey, Spud. Prepare for ramming speed. Wrong game, my bad. How you doing, Spud? So, Spud, we're doing a little science experiment. I'm driving a UK bus on a UK map, but I'm driving the bus on the wrong side. I have a left-hand drive bus, and we did it just to see what would the passengers do. Would they still get on? And they do. Making these folks wander into traffic, yeah. Or they're just dumb college students. This is a college town. They're gonna go play in traffic whether I make them, make them do so or not. Amendo says classics are classics. Agreed. Kids these days won't understand what it meant to blow a cartridge to make it work, right? How about that? The good old days, so to speak. All right, let me see. What time does our service start here? Uh, 8:18. Let's push the clock a little bit. Those were awesome days, right? In that case, carry on, says Spud. Will do, Spud. Spud, were you streaming tonight, or are you streaming later? I guess they want to get on. Let's see what happens. Too far. Okay, they don't quite know what to do. Although technically I might still be too far from the curb for them. They do tend to be like divas sometimes. Yeah. See that? They phase through like ghosts. Interesting. Alright, so I don't think Scott's still hanging out. Sounds like he ducked out. But we can tell him that, yes, the bus still works. The left-hand drive bus still works.
The worst driving I've ever experienced.
Man,
This is jolly well unacceptable.
there's just no making these folks happy, I swear. Are they on the bus, or... Nope, still too far away. Hey, I'm in the other bus. How'd that happen? There we go. Still too far away. There we go. Weirdos. Spud says, not streaming tonight. Boss gave me approximately 1 Memorial's Day of extra work. Sorry to hear that, Spud. Yeah, that bites, man.
Hey, look where you're going, you fat idiot.
Wow. Rude kids are rude, man. Yeah, I think I like driving on the German routes better because when they're cursing me out in German, I can't understand what they're saying. Alright, nobody there, nobody getting off. Fat idiot in plain English too, right? You got them on the camera recording, you can report them. Says person, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Put me off the next stop.
He drives like a total maniac.
Wow.
Carriage vehicle. I'm going to be complaining about this experience.
Yeah, yeah, I guess I'm not getting a good report card. They're all getting off now. They're mad. Yeah, that's weird though. Look at her doing that. Run them over, fear the bus, right? Yeah, it should be nicer to the man with the rolling lethal weapon in his hands, I guess. Whoa! Did you see that? Wipe that cop out. Whoa! Oh, good Lord. Might makes right, or makes a jailbird. I think I'm going to jail. I just wiped out a cop, man. Holy crap. Hold it. I got it. That has to be. Oh, man. Still too far away from the curb. See, now I'm all thrown off because I'm used to driving on the other side of the road now, so I'm... Now I'm too close. Ugh. You have fled the... You have fled the scene. Yeah, I sure did. Yep. Are they coming? I don't know about him. Oh, I didn't open the door. I guess it would help if I actually opened the door.
May I have a single, please?
Wanted man. Yeah, they know right where to find me, too. Welcome back, Scott. So, Scott, you can see
A ticket would help.
I'm doing the left-hand drive bus, and it's working. But there's some weird behavior.
Excuse me, lads. Excuse me, lads.
But technically, it does work. But we just, I think we just killed a cop in the process. Completely ran him off the road. He went flying into the bushes. Oh, man. Did I close the door? I guess I did. Are you on a German map? No, this is still a UK map. Missed the break. Drive. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe I have some damage. That was a nasty collision, I guess. There we go. Started now. All right, what are you crying about now? So let me do something here. No. Curious if you can set the line and route on German buses with this bus. Probably right. Yeah, I mean, this bus comes with a lot of HOF files already, so I'm guessing yes. All right, let's try that again. All right, what do you need that I'm not doing? It's weird. I don't know what the difference was. Daffy says BRB. Okay, Daffy's. Yeah, it's not a bad bus, but I'll be honest, I think it's too quiet for me. Way too quiet. Hey, Lone Star. How you doing? Happy Friday. How's the driving coming? A little raggedy tonight, Lone Star. Trying to learn a new
He's
bus.
driving that crap. We'll never get that at this rate.
And a little bit of little rough around the edges, but doing okay otherwise. How was your week? I saw you playing Uncharted: A Thief's End this week. Is that right? Hypo says, do the buses vary widely? Yes, tremendously, Hypo. In this game. This being more of a simulator than the other bus sim that I drive. And there's just, lots and lots of maps and lots of different buses. So this is a new DLC bus that was just released. I bought in April. And they have both left-hand drive and right-hand drive versions of it. For the UK and elsewhere, elsewhere. But yeah, all the buses are, you know, completely different systems and different. I mean, they have a set of common controls, obviously, but there's a lot of operational differences between them. Lone Star says, "I love simulators." You do now, Lone Star, right? How's Farm Sim been going? You been doing any Farm Sim off stream? You're hooked. Nice. Yeah, Daffy's was... Well, Daffy's went BRB, but Daffy's was doing some Farm Sim streaming during the week. Actually, Daffy's was doing a lot of streaming this week. He streamed some Farm Sim. He also streamed something called Bus Mechanic Simulator. I think it's the same developer that does Car Mechanic Simulator. But it just came out like a week or two ago. Actually, I think it just came out this week. So he was streaming that. I found it pretty interesting. I mean that's oh, I got a red light here. You know, that's obviously not for everybody. That's pretty geeky. But you know, I used to be a mechanic in high school, so I was enjoying watching it. I think he was asking me, was I thinking about picking it up? What now? You fled the scene? A crash scene? Okay. Ran somebody over. Oh well. Sucks to be them. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's something that I'm probably going to play, but I was enjoying watching him play it. But yeah, I mean, you know, simulators, I guess there's something for everybody. Hello, Ball Free Harry. How you doing? Ball Free Harry, your name is familiar. Did I meet you in another stream? How come you have a right-hand drive bus on a left-hand lane? For science. Purely for science. Hypo says, thanks for the stream, heading out. Okay, Hypo, thanks for hanging in, and thanks for the resub. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're driving a UK map, but we're doing it with a left-hand drive bus, just to see if it'll work. And turns out it kind of does. But yeah, this particular bus is in a DLC pack that includes left-hand and right-hand drive models. And we just did a service with the right-hand drive model that you're supposed to use. But, yeah, we're just trying the opposite side by science. Nice idea here. Just for curiosity. And it works, but the passengers do something weird. They kind of phase through the other side of the bus like ghosts, and just to make it to, you know, the door on the side that it's supposed to be on. My bus is empty now, actually. No more passengers. But yeah, you can see the bus behind me is the correct orientation. It's right-hand drive. Whereas the one I'm driving is obviously left-hand drive. So. All right, one more stop and we're done. Am I a Ghanaian? No, I'm from the United States. Your name is from my country. Oh, okay. Is that where you're from? Ghana? Alright, but yeah, these are nice buses. Took a little getting used to. Alright, shut it down. We are done. Yep, you are from Ghana. Okay. Welcome. All right, so got a nice little break-in for the new bus, so they work pretty good. Just took a while to get used to. All right, so let's try another one. So the other thing I've been doing a lot this week off stream is I've been playing Vienna, which is a DLC I had bought a pretty good while ago. You live in London, but you're from Ghana. Oh, okay. All right, good. Same time zone, though. I guess. Or no, I guess Ghana's... Is that the same time zone? Because in the UK, I guess you guys are about 5 hours ahead of us right now. So it's about 2:30. Lone Star, sorry I missed what you said. You said slash the difference, drive down the center of the street. Yeah, that's pretty creative. I didn't think of that. All right, so we are switching up to Vienna, Austria, which is a pretty cool map. I had bought this I think last fall, but I didn't start driving it until this week. So it's kind of a nice map. It's got a set of nice old-fashioned buses. But I like it. So let's try that out. All right, let me see. Where do I want to start? And I'm still learning this map, so I don't know all these locations yet, even though there's not that many of them. Let me just start someplace I do know. But yeah, Ballfree Harry, your name is definitely familiar. When you came in the chat, I thought you had been here before, but it looks like you hadn't. Welcome back, Daffies. So, Daffies, you missed it. Lone Star confessed that he is now hooked on Farm Sim. Toot backwards, wow. Hey, toot toot is still toot toot backwards, right? Spelled exactly the same. What do they call that? That's a palindrome, if I remember correctly. Same forwards and backwards. So welcome to Vienna. And I don't know, I like these old-fashioned buses. I think they're pretty cool. All right, let's grab one of our own. Something like that, yeah. Yeah, these load a lot faster than the other buses we were just driving. I think Olay was right. Is that the bus with the tape? The tape? I'm not sure. Yeah, those other buses, the Studio Polygon buses, take a long time to load. For announcements? I'm not sure. Let me see. So that's the bendy bus. This is the non-bendy bus. There's actually a third bus offered, but I haven't tried this yet. This is a more modern bus for the line, but I haven't tried it yet. Oh, that's a bendy. I didn't realize that was a bendy. Okay. Whoops, wrong one. We'll find out. Okay. Actually, no. It was just a regular one. Is this the right spot? Bowfree Harry, do you play OMSI? Uh-oh, look who's driving. Can you guys see that? He's been dreaming of this his whole life. Oh, man. All right. So, kicking it old school with this sucker. Which one is that? That one. Turn that off, turn this on. It is? The tape, you mean? Oh, you mean this thing here? Is this supposed to be a tape? The doors and announcement are different on this one. Yeah. Yeah, matter of fact, on this one, I don't think the announcements actually work. The bendy one it does, but not this one. But like I said, I confused the two Route 24As. Yeah, I did read the manual. I read it during the week. But I didn't realize this was supposed to be a tape unit. I mean, I know I pushed this in to, you know, activate my system, but I didn't realize it was tape. All right. But yeah, this one is the old 24A, and the announcements for this one don't work for me. But everything else works fine. But yeah, the only downside with this one is it doesn't work in the bus company simulator. The bus company simulator rejects it. It says it. I forget the exact error. All right, let's get a route set up. So 8:44 is our current time. One earlier? Nope, that's the earliest I can get, huh? Okay. Yeah, we'll just push the clock, that's all. Wait, let me look at that again. $9:05. Let's see. More stops than I thought. Let me see. That one. All right, looks like they want to get on. But yeah, like you said, the doors on this are weird.
Könnten Sie die Klimaanlage mal ausschalten, guter Mann? Danke.
What are they complaining about? Oh, damn it, my HUD is not working. Let's restart it. Alright. And there's my HUD. Woohoo! Alright, we're good. I'll figure it out tomorrow. I said I would do it today. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so we start at 21:05, 9:05 p.m. Uh-oh. Got our vampire stalker child. Beep beep, bus coming through. Hey, Story. Where are her feet? Yeah, we don't speak of that here, Story. We want her to feel like, you know, normal like all the other children. I guess I should turn on some lights while I'm here. Although I don't think I need that back fog light. There's no fog. Technically, I don't need the front ones either. That t-shirt. What, the little girl's t-shirt? Or this t-shirt? Marcellus Wallace. Spud says the pod people get violent if you stare at a Story. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we're pretty sure she's a vampire. Her life goal is to wait to be the last person on the bus, so that she can have a good chomp right on the neck. Oh, that's from Pulp Fiction? Marcellus Wallace? Okay. That guy in the suit is a creepazoid too, yeah. This guy right here, yeah. Yeah, I call him Gomez Adams. He definitely looks like he belongs in the Addams family. Although he looks more like a Lurch, to be honest. But yeah, I call him Gomez Adams. Oh my god, these are... yeah. I look at horrible enough things at work, Kojo. Why you do this? I'm sorry, Story. Alright, another minute and a half, and we can start. So let me see, is Manfred still driving this one, or did they swap him out in the respawn? Nope. Manfred got, he got replaced. Oh well. Poor Manfred. He was so close to his dream. Thought he was going to drive the bus this time. Welcome back, Scott. He almost had his shot. He was that close to driving the bus. Spud said, if Story won't stream horror, we just have to bring the horror to her. Right. Yeah. Yeah, we kind of almost have a horror show here, just with our characters on the bus. Yeah, especially this one. I'm pretty sure she's a vampire. Pretty sure of it. Daffy says BRB kid, Daffy's. Let's see. Did I release the break? Did now. Would help if I put it in gear. Story, did you have the day off today? There we go. Nope, you had to work today. Oh, sorry. Do you get any extra days for the holiday weekend? Story says, I worked, but our company had a company declared mental health day. So I'm getting holiday compensation for working. Okay. I'm also working Monday, and I'm getting paid 3 days worth of pay in exchange. Good. Well, that's good. Get something out of it at least. Gotta pay that student debt. Gotcha. So between now and the holiday proper, you get what, Sunday off, I guess? Just Sunday, okay. And then I get a 3-day weekend the weekend after. Oh, that's good. feel better already. See, this bus sounds like a bus. I mean, that other bus is really nice, but it's so quiet. Katie Zara says, be back in a few minutes, just switching to mobile. Okay. So, Story, you think Sunday stream? Since you'll be off that day, or are you just going to relax the whole day? Probably Sunday and maybe some Tetris tonight. Oh, Tetris tonight. Nice. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. So, guys, a quick shout out for our friend Story Writer, who is a terrific streamer who I can't even describe most of the stuff Story plays. But one of the things that she is absolutely fantastic at is Tetris, which makes her a woman after my own heart because I am a long-time Tetris head. And she's been playing Tetris Effect, which you can buy on PC from the Epic Store. And I have that on my Epic wish list. Matter of fact, Story was on sale last week, but I forgot to grab it. I think it was like $6 off or something. So I have to keep an eye out for it the next time it goes on sale. Because I have been looking for a good version of Tetris, you know, that I could maybe play on occasion on my PC, and there were so many varieties of it, I couldn't find one. I didn't know what to pick. And then I saw Story playing Tetris Effect, and I was like, yep, that's it. But yeah, throw her a follow sometime, folks, if you're not already following her. Check her out, and especially, I mean, watch her play Tetris. Story is amazing. I mean, she's too modest to admit it or even maybe even recognize it. But yeah, she is like, I mean, I used to think I was really good at Tetris, but she's like a savant compared to me, and I really enjoy watching her play it. Story says, when I win a Tetris 99 game, then I'll say I'm good. I got you. Nah, but I think Tetris Effect is beautiful. I mean, it's just beautiful to watch. I mean, it's just, you know, good graphical effects, terrific music. It's wonderful. Wonderful game. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it. I mean, I got a lot of Tetris rust to shake off. But at least I have one, you know, that I'm ready to play now. Spud says, Tetris has built-in entropy, we're destined to lose. Yeah, I guess that's par for the course, right? Much like real life, says Athabraid. Life, no one gets out alive. Kappa. Oh, look at them. They're trying to bait me. I know you guys are just waiting for me to go to crosswalk so you can get a lawsuit. Go ahead. Finish crossing. Get it over with. Or maybe they've seen what happened on Bus Simulator. The other Bus Simulator. So Atha, I remember you saying that you do play Tetris, but in your words you said, but nothing like story. What about you, Spud? Do you play Tetris? Atha says, I bought Tetris Effect and been playing it too. Nice. And Spud says, but haven't recently. Gotcha. Spud says, I heard that Atha plays Talos Principle, which is loosely related. Really? I think I've heard of Talos Principle, but I don't know anything about it. I'll have to look that up sometime. Did I ever play Sinistar Story? I'm not sure. I don't think so. It's kind of ringing some bells of being familiar, like, oh yeah, okay, old arcade game, exactly. Yeah, I may have. Because right when I was starting to say that, I was thinking that it might have been something in the arcades. So yeah, it's a good chance I may have played it. I mean, I probably didn't play it regularly, but you know, there's a good chance that I probably played it in the arcades. I mean, back in the day, you know, I was always in the arcades, so. Oh, now you want to get off. I had the door open, son. Get a move on. Jeez. Spud says Kojo would crush Talos Principle mini line of sight puzzles. Really? Okay. Atha said, yeah, I struggle with it. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. I mean, if there's anybody who streams it on Twitch, I'll have to look it up just to see what it looks like. I've definitely heard of it, but I don't know. I don't know the game mode or type or style or anything. Atha said, had more fun when I decided to just lock up puzzles once I spent like 10 minutes on them. To look up puzzles, sorry. Gotcha. 10 minutes, says Bud. Real puzzle gamers play Baba Is You? Oh, I don't think I've heard of that one. Our vampire left. So I guess she's not plotting on snacking on me tonight. That's good. Baby Gamers Unite. Bobby Game. Is it Bobby? Husky says, Kojo, you don't run over near enough people. I don't know about that, Husky. I think we got I think we have video evidence to the contrary. I mean, I wish I could say that was true, you know. Matter of fact, Husky, our buddy Rabin made a command out of one of my faux pas, shall we say. Which would be this one right here. So, yeah. Not to mention when Nudes is hanging out here, she's always encouraging me to run fools over, so. Yeah, it's just, if I could be more responsible, I don't think they'd let me get away with it. Yeah. So, all right. Husky says, I'm coming from games where I kill people 1,000 at a time. Right. Very true. I can attest to that. I was a witness. But who was it said that Gungir was like, well, how could you be a warlord with anything less, right? All right, nobody's getting off. Let's keep rolling. Spud says, I wonder how Kojo would do Grand Theft Auto. Husky says he'd obey all traffic laws. Speaking of Grand Theft Auto, did you guys pick up GTA 5 for free on Epic?
We'll see.
Once I got the store back up and running, by the way. Okay. I went and checked it out, I'm sure, like everybody else did when they first announced it, and the store was literally crashed. I couldn't even log into it. Welcome back, Katie Zara. Did I miss much? Nah. We haven't killed anybody yet, if that's what you're wondering. We're talking about it, though. I got complaints from chat that I'm not running over enough pedestrians. And I'm also late. That's good you not run over anybody. Not yet, anyway. Well, technically, I take that back. I did run over somebody on our previous route. I had a couple accidents, and there was even... We probably witnessed a police fatality. I totally wiped out a police car. I mean, literally sent the police car flying. How did I forget that one? Hang on one second. So I posted in chat the one fatality that we know we have on camera. Let me see if I can find the other one, which I forgot about till just now. That one happened this stream, the one I'm trying to find now. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah. How much of it did I catch is the question. I don't know if I caught it on camera. So I clipped it myself right after it happened, but I don't know if we caught it. I might have to go back after stream and make a highlight out of it. I mean, we literally sent a cop into orbit. It wasn't pretty. Yeah, it doesn't look like the clip caught it. That's too bad. All right. Oh, well. I'll look after, no worries. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it was pretty spectacular, though. Well, let me see. We got some pedestrians in the crosswalk right now. I missed my chance. They're moving out of range. Yeah, but see, I like driving these old buses. I mean, and now that I'm thinking about it, I probably like it because I remember growing up on old buses like this. This bus sounds nice, yeah. Unlike the one that we were driving on the map just before this, which is a really nice bus, but it's so quiet. It's like sterile. I mean, I even opened up the windows just to let in more ambient sound, and it was still too quiet for me. So I'm a little disappointed with that bus. I just bought that DLC a few weeks ago, and tonight was my first time driving it. And it's a nice bus, but I'm a little disappointed with it. I think I like my vehicles to be a little bit more visceral. Oh wait, which way am I going? Straight, okay. This reminds me of the buses you'd find in Malta, Europe. Okay. Yeah, this particular map is in Vienna, Austria. In case you're wondering. Wait, is this right? I think I made a wrong turn. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Damn it. Hang on a second. Where am I? Which way am I supposed to go? Let's just let's try this way. I think I just screwed up, but we'll see. I just drive off the map. I may have. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Damn it, I messed up my route. Park inside that house, no shame. Bus drivers lost. Anyone got a map? Yeah, I messed up. I think the problem was I went through that three-way split and I picked the wrong one. All right, let me see. Which way? I think that was the right way, but then I. You know what? Let me look at my chart real quick. So, where am I? Oberfeld. I'm looking for a Gavenweg. Did I get credit for that, or? Where am I? Where is this? This is, wait. Blatantly. Well, it says go straight. That's the way I went. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. Invalid seed loan. That's the right spot, right? Yeah. Alright, I should go left. And I should not run over pedestrians while I'm doing it. So what did I miss going this way? Welcome back, Daffies. I blew my service, Daffies. I got lost. Alright, this is a mistake I made. I'm not supposed to turn left, I'm supposed to keep straight. Alright, never mind, I got it. I made a mistake and went that way. That I am, Daffies. Alright, let me see. Is that the right stop? Yes, that's the right stop. Alright. I'm just late as hell now, that's all. Woohoo! Giddy up there. Ooh, she getting it now. somebody wants to get off. No, sit down. Sit down, enjoy the ride. Man, you can make me stop. Did somebody even get off? I didn't even see anybody. Oh well. Husky says saying no technically becomes kidnapping. Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, you know, Husky, I mean, we're not running over people tonight, at least not on this route. So we might as well do a few kidnappings, right? Alright, I think we're still keeping straight. No, we're turning. I'm turning this corner, but not into that station. Okay. Gotta stop here, though.
Guten Abend. Hi.
Alright, I know where I am now. Did I try BCS? Oh, you're asking Daffy, sorry. Scott. They speak German also? Nice, yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, this is an Austrian map. I think they speak German in Austria, right? Come on. Man, they walked all the way to the front door when they could have just got off the back door. They trolled me. They do, says Katie, yeah. Let's see, I'm not turning here. Wow, this looks like the end of the map, doesn't it? There's like nothing out here. Whoa, that dude scared me. Come on, dude. Sit down. Spooky enough out here as it is, walking up on the driver like that. I mean, this looks like some place where they'd have alien abductions. Almost in the trees, right? I'm gonna blame that dude, though. Spooked me. He can't wait to get off, yeah. Also, Daffy's, I've been trying to do port forwarding or open my ports for the bus company simulator, and I haven't been able to do it. To your knowledge, are you supposed to be able to join into like one common session? Like, for example, if Scott starts the company, we can join his session? Or are we only supposed to, you know, run our sessions locally independently? Why do you need to? That's what I'm asking. I don't know. Because we were trying it last night, me and Scott, and I couldn't join his session. I don't think he could join my session. And are we done? I thought this was my last stop. I guess it isn't. There's no session to join? Oh, okay. Because it gives you like 3 options to run the company. It says, you know, start your company locally, rejoin your already started local company, or then it gave me an IP that's Scott's IP, and it looked like I could join his, but I couldn't do it. Am I going the right way? I thought that was the end of my route. Hang on a second. Now I'm screwing up again. Where am I? Oh, I started the next loop. Yeah. Are we done? Is there anybody left on my bus? There is. IP, really? I've never seen that. Yeah, you know what? As soon as I finish this service, I'll show you. Scott says, would only make us see each other in the building lobby. No big deal. Oh, I mean, my thought was maybe that was something you'd use and you could see each other driving down the street on the map or something. I don't know. All right. Get out. Alrighty. So that was raggedy. But I got lost, so. Scott says he wants to hit me with cans of soda. The local 3 to 16 friends is new. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the whole multiplayer thing is new to me, so that's why I don't know. That's why I'm wondering. So let me launch the company and I'll show you what I see. And also, the interface, the UI changed on this. So, I mean, I was on it one day, I think it was Wednesday, and it looked one way, and then I logged on it again last night when Scott set up the company, and all this was different. This is a completely different layout now. Scott says, no, the driving will be the same. In multiplayer, the building is the only location you see each other. Okay. If you drive the same line and route, you're both on the GPS, but that's it. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because like when I drive the bus company simulator now, I'll see other people on my route, but you just see them on the map. Like, you know, strangers. So I didn't know if when you play multiplayer in the company, do you see each other on the route, like in real time or something? So yeah, so I'll go into multiplayer and go into our company. You've never seen that, Daffies? Oh, okay. So yeah, so now I'm in here. I'm in first person mode. And I'm in the real-time clock. Well, technically, I think the clock is set in Scott's time zone. So the company clock is in Central Time, I believe. Scott says, jump it on. Okay, Scott. So I know we're in the same company because I can see memos that he left and I left. Like, for example, I left this memo. I like the new dojo. Kojo dojo, do not pee on dojo floor. V to change to third person. Oh, you're right. How about that? Oh, now we can jump around like idiots, I guess. Okay, I didn't know I could do third person. Cool. But I only wrote that because Scott had put on the bulletin board, where did he put? He put a note for his Schnauzer powers. Sean, clean the floor, I pee. So I don't think SP's been in here yet. Whoa, I fell off the map. Okay, I'm back. I think Scott pushed me off the map. But yeah, so there's notes about how to set up a shift and all that kind of stuff. And I was going to try to drive a quick shift last night, but it was kind of too late. So I ran out of time. And, whoops, didn't mean to do that. So yeah, you can come in here and I keep falling through the damn map. What is that about? I didn't have that problem last night. And you can sit on a PC and then get the control console. So I hit you with a can, says Scott. Oh, is that what it was? Man, it must be some heavy cans. They're knocking me into another dimension. Manage your availability for driving shifts. Okay, so I can set up my own time slots here. All right, I'll have to figure that out. That is why you fail. Oh, that is why you fell. Okay. So, from what I remember, if you go across the hall into this room, this is the shifts board. Need some damn light. And you can just pick up a shift from here, for example. You have to pick a map, obviously. So I can do Berlin, Spandau, any of these, or I can do Chicago and Rheinhausen. So these are the only routes that we have right now. How do I add, because Scott added these. Scott, can I add other routes? Like how did these get added? Or do we have to like earn more capital before we can add more routes? Hey, Alex. How you doing, Alex? Welcome back, Lone Star. And then what you can get these bonus tours, which I think if somebody else doesn't do their shift, you can pick it up as a bonus, I think. Right now, these are all all Rheinhausens. It costs us to add more. Okay. It costs from the company funds, I guess you mean. I added those because we all had those maps. Okay. Yeah, Rheinhausen I have, but I haven't driven it yet. And until this week, I haven't driven Vienna either. Oh, no, substitute tours is the one where you pick up something somebody else didn't do. Yeah, here you are able to drive canceled tours from other players. Therefore, you get the VP the player paid for canceling the tour. All right, so yeah, that's kind of cool. I mean, all I did last night was, you know, walk around and try to figure out what you can do in each of these offices. But I didn't have a chance to really do any driving yet and earn any money. The bathrooms work. They literally, I mean, literally work. You installed GTA yet, Alex? No. Not on my PC anyway. Yeah, the sinks work. The urinals work, I believe. Katie's cracking up. So we need some female employees so that we can not have this bathroom go to waste, I guess. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. What game is this, Kojo? This is OMSI, Alex. This is the bus company. This is the other part of the bus company where it's literally a bus company. So me, Scott, and Daffy's and Schnauzer Powers are members of the company. Scott says, follow me, I'll show you the buses. Yeah, I saw them yesterday. But you know what, Scott? I couldn't open the garage. I couldn't go inside. And I wasn't sure if it was because I didn't have... Well, no, it was today. During the day, I dropped in during my lunch break, and I was trying to get into the garage, but I couldn't. But I think it was because we didn't have any shifts available during that time of day. Okay, so here's our, excuse me, our Chicago bus and our, what is it, a Rheinhausen and a Berlin Spandau bus. Okay. This is strange. Has OMSI had a big update? No, I think it's had a small update, but this has been here. But unless you join a bus company, Alex, you don't see all this. But yeah, you end up in, you know, third person and... And this is the maintenance garage here, right? This is a total different OMSI. No, this is the bus company simulator for OMSI 2. But this is what you see when you actually start a bus company, which we're a member of. That's where a bus gets fueled or repaired. Okay. Yeah, because Scott, I did look at a bus last night when we were online, and I saw that it needed to be refueled, but I didn't try it. Can you drive double deckers? Yeah, I think you could drive anything you add to your inventory, but you have to earn, from what I understand, you have to earn buses. Rude, Scott. Oh, you can actually buy sodas. Okay. So Scott's going to bankrupt us by buying sodas to throw at people. It's not OMSI, it's a separate game that works with OMSI, right? But it's sold as OMSI DLC. All right. But no, I mean, this is new to me too. I don't have a lot of experience with it. Where's this go? Oh, patio. Excuse me. I need a flashlight, though. What is that? All right, let me see about grabbing a shift, because that's one thing I didn't do last night. Like I said, Scott just set this company up yesterday. And I don't want to do that. I wanted to do this. Here we go. So last night I didn't have a chance to actually drive anything. I was just getting familiar with how to run it. All right, so let me see. So we'll start Falconsea. Ruhleben to Nervin Clinic. So it's just basically two runs. What time? 21:58. The only other problem with this is the shifts run in real time. So right now, if I pick this shift up, I have to wait 10 minutes before I can drive it. Let me see what else we got. Yeah, none of the shifts start before 10 p.m. right now. All right. But yeah, I can't show you a bus until until I actually start the shift. Well, no, I take that back. I can show you a bus just like we did a minute ago, Alex, in the garage. You know what? I got 10 minutes to kill. Maybe it's a good time to fuel up one of the buses. Scott says you can drive it in advance time in the game. Oh, you can? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So Scott, if I want to put gas on one of these buses, do I have to actually drive the bus? Like, do I have to drive it into the other garage? Take the bus to the garage. I guess that answers my question. Or maybe not. So this session runs on either Kojo's or your computer. Yeah, I guess it depends on... See, that's why I was asking you about the ports, Daffy's, because I thought the idea was that I'm running a session, Scott's running a session, we could join one person as the host. But, I mean, obviously I could see him inside the company office, so I guess that's not necessary. Whoever's on first is host, you think, says Scott. Oh, okay. So in that case, I would be host. Okay. Katie says, seems interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's new to me too, so, you know, just trying to figure out how it works. All right. Select back of bus, take to garage. Select back of bus. Take to garage. Yeah, I looked at that. I didn't know which garage number. I mean, I can try one, I guess. Like what? Well, maybe it doesn't matter. Never mind. Refueling. Oh, I can refuel it right now. Do I just hold it or? Oh, I'd let it run and then stop it when it's full. So I don't physically have to drive it. Okay, I got it. All right, we're good. That cost us 265 euros. Back to the depot. Okay, that's easy. Used. Yeah, he drove it yesterday. All right, so let me see. Let me go grab a shift. Turn off the damn lights. I assume we play utilities, but maybe we don't. Wait, which way? So at least there is a run command, thank God. Close that door. Daffy says, new concept, user used to only be hosted on their servers. Oh, okay. So peer-to-peer is new, you mean? Okay. That's cool. Scott took that shift, it looks like. All right, no problem. Kojo, Sean, and I have driven 3 routes, and they haven't touched a bus. Do the math. They haven't touched a bus. What do you mean, Scott? Sorry. Let me see. I thought it was a shift starting at 2,200 hours. All right, no problem. I'll just take this one. That's fine. You do not have a permission for this map yet. Oh, really? Why not? I've driven 3 and no one else has. Okay. Well, I mean, Scott, I mean, you literally started the company like 24 hours ago, so, you know. All right. I mean, I work during the day, right? So this is my first time having a chance to actually drive it. All right. So I don't have a permission for that map. What do I do to get permissions? You get permission if you get 62% or better. All right, I'm confused right now. So I went to pick up a tour, and it told me I didn't have permission. You can drive that. You can't drive that. You have to drive the map and bus to get the permission. So, for example, I picked here, I picked this. And press continue or drive. It's showing me, but am I not able to? Or I can pick this one, I guess. All right, this is the one I picked up at first. I tried to anyway. Permission will be given at the end of your tour for 62%, no more than one accident, no hit and run. So what's with the cost? Confirm. Yeah, I get it. I'm just trying to understand the conditions that they're telling me here. All right. I don't understand the cost part of it. So now what? Now go through the bus you want to drive. I did that already, I thought. You have to pay to drive the route. Yeah, seems that way. Pay an initial fee. If you pass, you don't pay next time. Okay. Damn it. It's a damn light. Drive with this bus. Is there a flashlight? Yeah, I mean, there might be a hotkey, but I don't know what it is. So I need a permission for the route first and then a separate permission for the bus? Is that what they're telling me? Okay, now it's putting me in the regular bus company interface. Okay, I see. Do I want to drive with collisions? Hell no. All right, let's see what else we got. Unlock a bus as well. Okay. All right. Is there anything else I need to do? Starting from a nerving clinic. Okay, I should be right. Is there any other HOF files? No, just a 94. All right. Seems complicated. No, I don't think it's complicated. It's just new. We're just trying to figure out how it works. Other than that, I mean, now it looks like, you know, the free play version of Bus Company that we're used to. When presses next, it'll start OMSI. All right. So yeah, this part is just like free play. Shame there won't be an OMSI 3. Yeah. Have any of you guys played OMSI 1? I've never even seen it streamed. I don't even know what it looks like. Daffy says Lotus Simulator is OMSI 3. All right, set the schedule. Start the bus though. All right, set the schedule. So it's the 1:30. Circulation 8. Starting at 22:18. Well, it's 22:03 now. We got a ways to go. Starting from the Nerving Clinic out to Rulabin. Okay. All right, and the IBIS codes we need are 1:30, Route 2. So there's your double-decker, Alex. All right. Done there. You know what, let me not set that up. Because sometimes when you put in IBIS, it sets up the destination board automatically. But it seems like after that, sometimes the AI still won't recognize that this has been set until I set this part up. But let's see what happens. So before we pick up our passengers, let's get my climate control and everything set up already. Uh, 15 degrees Celsius outside, so pretty chilly. That's about what, 50, 55, 56 Fahrenheit? Something like that. So we'll add some heat. Anything else I need to set up? Don't think so. Daffy says BRB. Okay, Daffy's. Scott says I added another Spandau bus. I'm driving opposite route. You'll see halfway. Okay. See you halfway. Gotcha. All right, rendered the GPS map correctly, which is good. All right, so I think we're set. Put the steering wheel back on. Let's see if our friend here wants to get on the bus.
Würden Sie die Temperatur bitte etwas hochregeln?
Yeah, Pops, whatever. Oh, I didn't turn on the upstairs lights. Since this is a double-decker. Cool. Lone Star says flex. Alex says, I love double-deckers. That's why I like OMSI. Yeah. 12 minutes. 12 minutes before we start, you mean? Now, Scott said... Scott, are you still listening to stream? If so, did you say I could advance the clock once I'm in the game? Yeah, but I like the old buses, Alex, because when you first buy, you know, the base game, these are the buses you get, so I like them. I mean, I like the old buses. I like a lot of the new buses too, but I like the old ones because they have a lot of character. Scott says yes, you can move the clock now. Okay, thanks. Let me see if homie here wants to get on. Looks like he does.
Guten Abend.
Guten Abend. That's my boy Benny the bouncer. That's what I call him. He looks like a bouncer to me, doesn't he? Alex says, when I get my steering wheel, hoping to download a UK map. Nice. Yeah, Alex, we actually ran UK maps the beginning of the stream. I was driving a new bus. Took me a while to figure out how to run it, but got it worked out. Alright, so... Hang on a second, before I do that. Where's my... Alright, here's my route board. So, we start at 2218. That looks okay. Let's do that. What? And I missed it? Yeah. I mean, you didn't miss that much, Alex. It took me about an hour to figure out how to get the bus set up and running now. Yeah, because I got... what did I get? I got... Can you not open back doors? Not on this one, not manually. I think I can unlock them, but the passengers have to open them. Let me see if I can find it real quick. There's no cover on this one, but let me see real quick. Can I? Yeah, we got this one, Studio Polygon pack. So I was trying to figure out how to run this bus because I was looking for more left-hand drive, right-hand drive buses rather, to drive in the UK. And then I saw that pack because it comes with both left and right-hand drive buses. Where is it now? I can't find it. But yeah, on stream tonight was my first time driving it. This one. But yeah, you can see here, these are the right-hand drive models, but there's also... this one? There's also left-hand drive models in the same collection. Right there? No. Right there. So it has both. What routes can you drive them on? In theory, I guess any routes. They come with a whole bunch of HOF files already. So we were driving it on Cotterell, and it already had HOF files for Cotterell. All right, so we're just about ready to go. So yeah, it seems like the only tricky thing about, or one of the tricky things about the bus company is that there's a real-time clock aspect to it. So at least when you're setting up from the company offices, you're all on the same real-time clock. But I guess once you get into the game itself, then you can push the clock. So I have to remember that. Run people over as a team, says Husky. That would be a sight to behold, Husky. Husky, have you ever done any, Katie says BRB, okay, Katie. Husky, have you ever done any, team streaming? Because I've seen a couple, you know, services out there where you can do, multiple, streams at the same time. Even though Twitch doesn't support it natively. That's partners only? Squad streams of a partner. Hey, Nudes. Good evening. How you doing, Nudes? Alex says, will you both see each other on this? Apparently only on the GPS map. Somebody getting on? Yeah. Husky says, Nudes is stalking me tonight. Nudes said, man, I stopped working 30 minutes ago. Stupid Friday night. Wow, Nudes, really? Oh, man. Sorry to hear that. Were those planned hours? Hey, Musty! How you doing? Were those planned hours, Nudes, or did you have like some kind of emergency?
Hallo.
Was not planned, or was a meeting too? Okay. Good to see you, Musty. How you doing tonight? Husky says, for what it's worth, Nudes, I wasn't planned either. So guys, in case you guys are wondering what's going on here tonight, we're driving OMSI, which I haven't streamed in about 2 months, but with a little bit of a new twist. I'm driving the multiplayer bus company with our mods, G Cook, Scotland, and I don't think Daffy's is on, but Daffy's is in the company. So, yeah, it's just a new, not new, but it's new to me. It's a multiplayer feature that they have built in to the bus company DLC. So, in theory, right now, me and Scott are driving the map at the same time. And I'm probably not going to see him on the street, but we might see him on the GPS map. Musty said, I'm doing great. Took work off today, which I feel is probably in bad taste to cheer about given that Nudes worked all day. Nah, I'm sure Nudes is happy for you, Musty, like I would be too. I mean, I worked regular hours today, but really needing some days off, you know. Is she getting on the bus? I can't tell. I'm gonna assume yes. Yes, she is.
Ein Einzelticket. Erwachsene bitte. Danke sehr.
Uh-oh, I hear cops. Husky says, guys need an opinion. Do vampires have blood? I don't know. I'm not big on vampire lore, so I'm not really sure. I would think no. I mean, because they consume blood as food, right? So I wouldn't think they necessarily produce blood of their own anymore. But I don't know. All right, so we got a good number of passengers for this time of night. Guess we're making some money. I hope so, anyway.
Einmal Kurzstrecke. Jo, danke Ihnen.
So I'm back in Europe, which means no right on red. 52 and a 30, shocking. You clocking me, Scott? Let me see. What else did I miss? Nude says, so if we see him on the street, do we try to run him off the road? Nah. I mean, I respect the sentiment, Nudes. It would be fun to try. Especially since when we started this session, in the company offices, he kept beating me with soda cans. So yeah, I would love to run him off the road. But it would be counterproductive because it would cost our bus company money. So yeah, I can't. Sadly, I'm gonna have to find other ways to get revenge, I guess. Musty said, I feel like they have to. Meaning vampires would have to have blood, you mean? Husky says, I mean, they're undead, so they don't have a heartbeat. Yeah. Yeah, when you stake them through the heart, they don't bleed. They just turn to dust, right? So... or something like that. I mean, you know, I shouldn't act like I know what I'm talking about because those are old school vampire rules. From what I understand, you know, Twilight and whatever changed everything, so I have no idea. I mean, I never really watched the Twilight movies. I never watched the Vampire Diaries or True Blood or any of that, so I have no idea what the new rules are. Unmod him. Nah, Scott and Daffy's were my first mods. I'd never unmod them. Unless they want to be unmodded. Sparkly blood, yeah. I know something about... what is it, from Twilight? Vampires don't turn to dust in daylight anymore. They sparkle. Or some such crapola. Mussy says, I think there'd be blood, but the function of the blood would no longer work as it does for living beings. Okay. So maybe the cells eventually die off, leaving some kind of plasma-like thing.
Guten Tag.
Sounds reasonable. Oh, no, I'm turning here, actually. And looks like our bus temperature is getting a little warm. It's 25 degrees Celsius right now. So another degree or two, they'll start complaining and need to turn the heat down. See, nobody's getting off, nobody's getting on. We'll keep going. Katie says, I'm back. Welcome back, Katie. How's the route doing? So far, so good. I mean, luckily this is a route I'm familiar with, so, and a bus I'm familiar with, so a lot easier quick start than the last map we were driving.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Ich möchte gern ein normales Einzelticket haben.
Let me see, what else did I miss? Nude says, they look stupid, that's what happens. Meaning the sparkly vampires, Nudes? Yeah, the sparkle vamps, gotcha. Yeah, I've never seen, and I assume that's from Twilight, right? I've never seen Twilight movies. I mean, I had some coworkers that were big into True Blood, but at that time I didn't have HBO, so I'd never seen it. But I guess between, you know, vampires and zombies, I mean, seems like TV and movies are saturated with that stuff. I mean, at some point you start tuning it out, I guess. Well, we got a lot of passengers tonight. We should at least make some money.
Moin.
Moin, moin.
Eine Fahrkarte, bitte.
Einmal Kurzstrecke-Kind, bitte.
Husky says, thanks, Musty. I promise this will be twisted and made funny later. No doubt. No doubt at all.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Entschuldigung, ich habe mein Semesterticket zu Hause vergessen. Könnten Sie mich ausnahmsweise auch so mitnehmen?
Boy, she's cussing. Oh, it's probably too hot. Let me turn the heat down. I was just talking about that. Move that on. I might have to open the windows, ventilate a little bit. So, tricky thing with the older buses, even though I like driving them, is that it's a lot more trouble to regulate the climate controls. And the airs are very, very picky about their climate. Scott says, I see. Oh, I missed you, Scott. I wasn't even looking. Did we pass each other? You missed me, didn't you? I sure did, Scott. I'm sorry. But you know how it is. You know, you're streaming, man. It's a million distractions. Nude says, how many times has Manfred, excuse me, been on the bus? You know what, Nudes? I lost count. I don't even know. Grab a cough drop, folks. Excuse me. I literally don't know. And to be honest, I'm surprised nobody's even run the command tonight. We've seen them a couple times. But yeah, nobody's even popped the command. We did have one person ask if we should call him Carl when we were in the UK, though. News says True Blood was basically vamps being sexy and having sexy time with everyone. Gotcha. So sexy, not swexy, right? Because vampires don't sweat. Exactly right. Katie says, I see a bit of that lag. Is that Twitch or no? That's just OMSI. It's an older game engine, Katie, so it lags a little bit. Just because it's old. But there are a lot of, you know, settings in the game that you can tune its performance. A little troublesome to, you know, get it optimized, I guess. But once you kind of get it optimized, this is probably about the best you can do. Alex says gonna head off at 4:30. It's 4:30. Okay, Alex. Thanks for dropping in. Have a good night. And Alex, you can at me in chat. That's perfectly fine. That way your message gets highlighted and you make sure I see it. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, Alex. Have a good night, man.
Eine Frage habe ich wieder.
Katie said GTA 5 lagged a bit from me earlier also. Okay. I mean, you know what, Katie? On the other hand, I can't certify that you're not seeing any lag on your end, but you know, OMSI itself does it has micro stutters. I'll put it that way. And I think a lot of it happens because it loads your map like a few tiles at a time. It never gives you kind of the whole map while you're driving. It's constantly building parts of the map as you're driving. And I think just a natural part of that is you kind of get a little bit of lag, a little bit of micro stutter.
Guten Abend.
Guten Abend. Also, Katie, did you find your rattle? Is this right? Yes. Hope so. No, you'll do it later. Gotcha.
Guten Tag.
Kreuzstrecke für Schüler, bitte.
I hear there's a party here. Hey, Zach. It's a party now because you're here. How you doing? Katie says, might need to take GPU out and reseat it. Gotcha. DE, how's your week going? Or how's your week been? Good? Tired but good. Good to hear. Oh, come on. Don't hold me at this light. I was on time until now. I'm about to run late because I'm sitting waiting for the stupid light. Screw the light. We're going. Oh, it's about to change anyway. Man, I was doing good on time, and that one light just about put me behind schedule. Damn it. Zach, you streaming anymore tonight, or you kind of done for the night?
Tag.
Guten Tag. Come on, let's go. You haven't streamed it all today? Nice. Good to have a day off. Oh, man. It is really hot on my bus. I'm surprised that my passenger's not complaining more severely. Let me see if I can fix that during this stop. One of the things we can do on the bus is we can open these side vents, and that'll help cool the bus down. I already turned the heat off, but I might not have turned it off enough. Or soon enough, anyway. Husky says, Kojo going late tonight. Yeah, a little bit. Didn't intend to, but, you know, once I got into this bus company thing with Scott, I'd like to get a route under my belt before I wrap. And I just fell late.
Abend. Einmal.
See if we can make it up. Zach said, I'm suppose they aren't complaining about your driving. Somehow not yet. They're not shy either. They definitely complain about driving, but so far on this route they have not. Oh, there he is. There's the man. Just overshot him and made him walk.
Einmal Kurzstrecke bitte.
GG, Scott. I was doing pretty good till I hit this street. Now I'm basically 12 seconds behind schedule. Surprised, you meant to say, but you know the. Oh, okay. Gotcha, Zach. Yeah, I'm a little surprised too.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, come on. There we go. Scott, were you on schedule? Because I was on schedule till about 3 stops ago. Now well, I just got back on schedule just now, if I can stay there.
Hi.
Katie said, I tried the new Unreal Tournament earlier also. Is there a new one? I didn't even know. Scott says, yes, are all time stops, 96% score. Nice. Holy breaks, Batman. I'm trying really hard to stay on schedule, Zach. I'm right on the edge. Basically, you're on schedule. You're considered on schedule until you're 3 minutes late. And I'm at 3 minutes. I'm at 2.8 minutes right now. So I'm just trying to get back on schedule. And I got 2 more stops, I believe. Wow, I think everybody got off here. Last stop coming up, but I'm late. Too late. That's it. That's our route. See how we did? Alright, so the last stop was too late, and only one other stop before that was too late. Oh, okay. I thought I had a lot more latenesses. Got lucky. Alright, let's see what our report card says. So we didn't kill anybody today. That's always a win. Oh, 95% on driving, not bad. Let's see what we got overall. Ticket selling 100%. Passenger comfort 87. Wow, that's a fluke. My passengers are never that comfortable. I mean, if I get 40%, I'm usually doing good. 96% overall. Nice. So we got 1,922 euros. 1,200 profit after my, I'm going to call them initiation fees, which is a joke. So 384 due for the company. 308 for taxes. Wow, we got to pay taxes? Come on, game. That's a little too realistic. That's 20%. 20% tax rate. Wow. Back to the office. All right. 96%. I'll take it. Scott says, GG, thanks for driving with me. Thank you, Scott. We got it up and running. Cool. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, not bad at all. I mean, I expected near disaster because, I mean, let's be honest, I'm a little rough on the buses when I drive them. I'm a little rough on them. But that's okay. I've accepted it. I'm never going to be buttery smooth like Daffy's. When Daffy's drives, Daffy's is a very smooth driver. Most of the time. Me, I'm clipping curves and bouncing off sidewalks, and passengers are cussing me out and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. I mean, for me, that's a good tour. Cool. So let me see. Where do I see the Where do I see, like, my stats? Oh, there's Scott. Scott, you gotta look out now. I got some money in my pocket. I'm gonna be able to buy my own sodas to bean you with. Katie said, nearly went into a forest earlier also. Yeah. That is true. That was on a different route, though. And, Katie, I don't think you were here when I ran the cop literally off the road. I literally flipped the cop car off the road and into, like, somebody's front yard. And I tried to clip it, but I didn't get it. I have to make a highlight after stream. So, yeah. All right, let me see. So, staff here. Employees. Rank 1. How? Schnauzer Powers janitor. All right, let me see. All right, so I'll see my cumulative stats here, apparently. Scott says the first screen was your money and stats, and the company mode is the company. Okay. Katie says BRB. Okay, Katie. All right. All right, so the first screen you said, Scott. This screen? Oh, man. I need some help from Nudes on this. We got spreadsheets? Oh, man. Nudes, help! We probably couldn't get News to drive, but we could use an accountant. All right. So this is income and okay. So I guess credits and debits. Is this reverse time order? It looks like it. Okay. All right. So you started with 30,000 in investment, Scott? Is what it looks like? Spreadsheets, I know, right, Husky? I mean, that's over dramatizing. Technically, it's not a spreadsheet. It's a, I don't know, a ledger? It's just transactions. Spreadsheets. Exactly. Scott says that's the company mode screen. Bottom right switches company and private. Bottom right. Okay. No insurance. Wow, we can buy insurance and stuff? Excuse me. All right. All right, you know what? I'll probably look at some more of this tomorrow. Stream's going kind of long, and even though technically I don't feel like stream brain is set in as usual, I don't I don't want to bore the viewers any more than we already have by studying the ledgers and spreadsheets, I guess. Scott says, yeah, I added 30,000 and he took 4,800 on taxes. We rent the maps, which we pay in 30 days. Buses we pay installments as we can't afford the bus outright. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll look at it some more tomorrow when I have some free time. And since I'm not working this weekend, I'll have a lot of free time. Also, Scott, so as far as shifts, we don't drive with collision on, so no need for insurance. Okay. So do we only... How do I put the question? Because I thought when I looked earlier at the shifts board, I didn't have any shifts, like say around lunchtime for me here today. So is there a setting in the company that says we can only have shifts at certain hours, or can I? And I fell again. You beamed me again, didn't you, Scott? So now forgot my question. Damn it. Oh, so should there be tours here 24 hours? Is the long question short, I guess. Thanks for the stream, says Atha. You're welcome, Atha. Thanks for hanging out, man. Didn't know you were still hanging out there. Yeah, kind of long stream today. For me, anyway. But that's okay. Considering I didn't stream Saturday and Sunday, a couple more hours is good to make up. Scott says you can volunteer our hours to get assigned shifts or drive whenever we want. So basically we can drive whenever we want. Okay. All right. Sounds good. And I guess I can add more routes to our company when I have more money to give, right? Yes, drive whenever. Okay. All right, good enough. Social distancing, Scott. Y'all pulled me too close. Hold on, I got to do one thing before we leave. Spend one stinking euro. Paybacks. Scott says we need better company score to add more maps and it will cost more. Okay. Good enough. All right, yeah, pretty cool. So hopefully we get, Daffy's and Schnauzer Powers in, and I mean there is a bit of a learning curve trying to figure out, how things work, so. But, yeah, it's pretty cool so far. And that's a nice looking pizza, but the knife and fork offend me. Do not eat pizza with knife and fork where I come from. I think we have 40% score and we need 44. Okay. As a company, you mean? Gotcha. Alrighty. Sounds good. Man, my character is so ugly. All right. All right, so I think I'm starting to get the hang of it. We'll work on that a little bit more off stream and get this thing running like a well-oiled machine. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Scott. Thanks for being part of it, man. I mean, I didn't intend on doing the bus company, you know, multiplayer tonight, but I'm kind of glad I did now. So, yeah, that was fun. Like to get in there with you and Daffy's and SP. Again, maybe over the weekend if you guys have time, that'll be cool. Now that I know how to actually get in and drive stuff. Making it rain. It was fun. Yeah, it was. I appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out. And everybody have a good night. And sleep well. Take care.
You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.